What did they make it in Microsoft Paint? Like, what is this?
Pokemon, what is this?
It did not come out in 2015. It did not come out in 2010. It came out yesterday. That's right.
This is Pokemon in 2025? Yes, anyone who actually plays Pokemon on Switch knew exactly what this game was going to look like. Let's separate two things people keep associating together: fatigue and entitlement. Pokemon fans weren't wrong to expect a slightly more refined Pokemon Switch game, and they weren't expecting a brand new engine with next-gen graphics or even a modern-looking game. That expectation was played up by people outside of the core fanbase who haven't been paying attention.
Whenever I was imagining what would Pokemon be like whenever I'm an adult, right?
Wait, this is Pokemon in 2025? Yes, this is what Pokemon on Switch looks like. What fans were actually saying was, why does this game struggle with basic rendering still? Why do environments look uneven and like an afterthought, so low effort? So, let's get one thing straight here. The game absolutely does run and look like shit. Like I said, I'm trying to detach the fatigue of fans from the entitlement of randoms and argue that they're two separate things. As fans, we weren't saying, why does this game not look like Unreal Engine 5? We accept the engine, we don't accept no progress. Let's break that down. Simply put, Legends ZA is yet another Pokemon game on Switch, a near 10-year-old system with a game engine that was showing cracks in the foundation when it was first introduced in 2019 with Sword and Shield. It really hasn't received enough improvements since then and with each new game over the years. Now, that doesn't mean that the game engine in Legends ZA is exactly the same one from Sword and Shield, just that it has the same fundamental issues and limitations. Over time, Pokemon on Switch has moved from segmented routes to large continuous areas and even complete open worlds with seamless overworld encounters. They've even added minor lighting improvements like better time of day effects and even more battle animations. What didn't change that has been sorely lacking: how the game engines handle draw distance and pop-ins, things like frame rate performance and environmental detail. Really large factors as to why the game looks so barren. The engine sets the rough ballpark of where we are. The lack of meaningful iteration keeps us in just about the same fundamental spot as we started. While a new ground-up game engine could produce higher-end resolutions and textures, it just wouldn't be a total replacement for what is a lack of polish on the art and environment direction. But it would mean longer development cycles, higher game prices, and fewer releases. That realistically would never happen. The company's goal is annual releases and to push merchandise, as they always have. And genuinely, nobody who plays Pokemon had that kind of expectation for this game. But it isn't just graphics. The battle system is clunky on a good day. The UI can be challenging at times, but that is literally what Legends is for. Legends exists to experiment, try something different, something that we have been begging for. So criticizing this experimentation itself while also begging for graphical innovation was just never in the cards. Another way of saying this is that over-focusing on the relatively consistent graphics, consistently bad but consistent graphics, is like 2 generations too late. It's so far from perfect. If you wanted cutting-edge graphics, you are looking at the wrong system entirely. And if you wanted something that's at least polished and clean, that reliably pushes the Switch graphically, Game Freak is not the developer for you. But at the end of the day, what we are all here for is the Pokemon. Unfortunately for us fans, the ones who know that better than anyone else is Game Freak. Pokemon has been so stagnant because low effort still succeeds. It's this idea that no matter what, it's Pokemon, so it will sell. This is why there's something so refreshing about Legends games. It's clear that Game Freak's biggest limiter is not hardware, it's development incentives. But that's a topic for another video. Heck, maybe if the next game is a Switch 2 exclusive, we could get better graphics and maybe even a new game engine, but let's be honest, don't get your hopes up. This is Game Freak we're talking about. Anyway, thanks for watching.